Good evening and welcome graduates, parents, family members, friends, school district representatives, teachers, administrators, members of our board. My name is Michael Colvin and I'm the principal of Fox Meadow High School here at Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES. I'd like to welcome all of you to an event that is a milestone in these students' lives. Congratulations. A significant dedication from everyone here today. Most importantly, our students. It's truly a reason and time for celebration. Before we start to recognize our fine graduates, let us first open the ceremony with the Pledge of Allegiance led by 2023 graduate Jody Spence. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jody. So I'd like to begin this evening by introducing several dignitaries who are here among us to celebrate and honor the young men and women who are graduating from Fox Meadow High School this evening. First off, we have our board president, Mr. Richard Krebs. We have our district superintendent designate, Mr. Neil Boyle. Our deputy superintendent, Dr. Lynn Allen. Our assistant superintendent, Mr. Lou Riolo. Our assistant superintendent, Todd Curry. And our director of special education, Dr. Nicole Genexi. Several fellow administrators here as well. We have Mr. Fred Santoli, our coordinator of curriculum instruction and assessment. Dr. Melissa Cafaro, our supervisor of special education for local school buildings. Ms. Meg Buckland, Dean of Students. Huge thanks to our O&M staff, our IT department, Ed Catapano and Trish Herbold from Creative Designs Department, who have helped incredibly to set everything up as you see it today. To you, parents and families, your support over the years has been invaluable. The success of the students was possible because of your support, your communication, and your involvement, so thank you. This time, I would like to have our Fox Meadow staff please stand up. The teachers and staff of Fox Meadow have diligently partnered with our students and their parents to help the students achieve the important landmark that we honor tonight. Each of our graduates can likely recall many key conversations with an educator at Fox Meadow in which they were offered caring words or some wise advice. Let's recognize their contribution to your success by giving them a round of applause. Now I'd like to introduce the District Superintendent Delegate of PNW BOCES, Mr. Neil Boyle, who will say a few words.
You're all probably wondering what delegate means. So it means I'm still the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources here at BOCES, but I'll be the District Superintendent July 1st. This is the last part of my interview process, so clap very loudly at the end so Mr. Krebs doesn't take away the appointment. But it is an honor to stand here tonight, specifically to honor you. This is a huge milestone in your life. And I don't think you understand, or a lot of the audience might understand, the past 3 years in education is arguably the most difficult years ever in the history of education because of the pandemic. You started your sophomore years during an unprecedented time in education, and you persevered. Your effort, your dedication, and the sacrifices you've made led to this accomplishment today. So congratulations to all of you. And to Mr. Colvin's point, he said it very well. I often use the expression, it takes a village. It never comes more paramount in the time of education. And the parents, there's no way to thank you for all your support and effort. It really takes a team to make this work. So thank you to all the parents and families and guardians that might be here with us tonight. And for the students and parents and families that couldn't be here with us tonight, congratulations to everyone on all your efforts. And like Mr. Colvin said, there's a very special group of people sitting on this side of the tent. So your dedication, sacrifices, and making this work over the past 3 years for this group has been incredible. You persevered through a pandemic, and you got them to the finish line. So thank you for all that you do. Now for the students, just give them all a hug at the end, because I know for a fact they probably have not slept in the past 2 weeks waiting for all the test scores to come in to make sure that you're here tonight and you made it. So thank you everyone again. Now this is just one milestone. This is one brick in your journey. This is going to be a long journey. Take everything you've learned here, all the moments, cherish them, but the last parting advice I give you is there's going to be a lot of bumps in your road. That's for everybody. Never be afraid to ask for help. So congratulations again, class of 2023. Now I'd like to invite our board president, Mr. Krebs, up to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Boyle. Good evening, everyone. I just want to welcome you on behalf of the board. We've always worked as a group. Our staff and our administration has always worked very hard to make sure that Fox Meadow succeeds and is a successful program. And as we come on a yearly basis to our graduation, we always know that we've done our best, because when we see our graduates and we hear our graduates, we are just so proud of them. And I know you are as well. This has been a journey for them. They've taken it well, and they've moved ahead, and they've passed their studies, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be here tonight at their graduation. So on behalf of our Board of Education, certainly our administration, we just want to thank you for attending and supporting the students who we feel that they're our own. As if you asked any of the staff members, they would say they're their students, and they're very proud of them, and so are we. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Krebs. I would now like to introduce our parent speaker for this evening, Miss Becky Cook, mother of Nathan Cook, one of our graduating seniors. Ms. Cook.
I'm really honored to speak to all of you tonight. My son, Nathan Cook, is one of tonight's graduates. We're so proud. It wasn't always easy ride getting here, and we know that today wouldn't have been possible if we hadn't found Nathan's second home here at Fox Meadow. When Nathan was 2, he was diagnosed with autism. Being a TV news producer, I got right to work reading, researching, and learning. No kid comes with an owner's manual, but when your child has special needs, it's even more difficult to know if you're doing the right thing. But with the amazing support of our family, we have always said, if Nathan never progresses beyond where he is today, that's fine. But we are going to push to make sure that he gets as far as possible. And I'm sure that made me a thorn in the side of a lot of teachers over the years. We've heard a lot of negative things about Nathan over the years before coming to Fox Meadow from teachers, therapists, and school administrators. He'll never have friends. He has a behavior problem. He can't keep up. We haven't heard any of those things here. Nathan started here his sophomore year after a very difficult freshman year. He started at Fox Meadow in the middle of COVID. He learned remotely for most of that first year. But from his first day logging on to Zoom and Schoology, he was welcomed and accepted for who he is. There's Mr. Krantz, Nathan's lead teacher, the first teacher to ever get Nathan. Miss Bo, whose love and support have helped make Nathan much more independent. Miss Ricci, who put up with Nathan's laziness in gym, and so many more. We appreciate everything that you've done. One thing hasn't changed, though. If you ask Nathan what his favorite class is, he'll still say dismissal. But since day one, he has been happy, safe, and comfortable here. Congratulations, Nathan and your classmates. Know that all of your families are so proud of you. And remember, no matter what happens after this, you'll always be the Fox Meadow class of 2023. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Cook. So I am honored to be here today to speak to you about our graduating class of 2023. Whether you've been with us for a few months or a few years or more than that, I think we can all attest to the growth that we've seen in our graduates. For our students who have been with us since middle school, I also mean that quite literally. Some of you were pretty tiny when I first met you. What continues to strike me about the students at Fox Meadow year after year is that despite their differences in history, culture, strengths and challenges, there's collaboration, there's community, there's respect, and there's acceptance amongst all students. All of you have taken different pathways, you've worked hard, you've overcome challenges to arrive at this momentous occasion. As I was sitting around thinking about what I was going to speak about this evening, having meandering thoughts, I thought one of my childhood and admittedly adult heroes came to mind. Way back when I was a kid, in a time called the 1980s, which some of you may recognize from Stranger Things, there was a larger-than-life figure named Mr. T. He was known as being a bruising, tough guy with a stellar mohawk, feather earrings, ferocious growl, 45 pounds of gold chains, and unforgettable one-liners like "I pity the fool" and "Don't give me no jibba jabba." He starred in the A-Team in Rocky III. He fought alongside Hulk Hogan in WrestleMania 1 and even had his own cartoon and cereal. He was pretty much the Rock of the 1980s. You may be, completely understandably, asking why in the world I'm talking about this guy. Reason one is I really had to weave in a wrestling reference for Evan Torres. Secondly, his unusual pathway to success and numerous challenges he faced along the way. Growing up in South Chicago, surrounded by gangs and violence, to a single mother struggling to support her family. While he was intelligent, he struggled through high school and initially enrolled in college to major in math, true story. Ultimately didn't work out. So why do I bring him up? He was determined to not have hardship and challenges as a child define him. Instead, using these as motivation to guide him along the path to the person he wanted to become. These trials and tribulations also fostered his desire to help others, in particular children who were struggling. His first foray onto this front was admittedly simplistic in a 1984 film called Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool, an educational video geared toward children about respecting adults, valuing family and friends, including his smash hit video, Treat Your Mother Right, avoiding peer pressure and building self-confidence. As his period of acting fame waned and he gave up his gold chains, as all the gold he needed was in his heart, he pivoted to a life of helping and motivating others, in particular youngsters, taking on a far more nuanced approach. He spent his days traveling the country on speaking tours, discussing his struggles and how he overcame them. As I looked at some of the talks he gave, actually several poignant quotes stuck out, and this is why I chose this. Number one, to have a comeback, you have to have a setback. You've all already lived this, some of you many times over. While I'd love to say that the rest of your lives will be easy, I'd probably be lying. But the fact that you're sitting here today as graduates speaks to your strength, your commitment, and your resilience. Consider today one of the first in a long line of comebacks that you'll make as you move into your adult lives. While the setbacks will be hard, each comeback will leave you stronger. This one he kind of stole from the Rolling Stones, but I'm going to give it to him. You might have all the things you want, but if you check carefully, you got everything you need. I want you to look around at all the people who have come to celebrate your accomplishment. Think of how they've helped you along the way. Think about the hard work that you have put in to reach this day. You should be proud, you should be confident that you are equipped with the skills and support to succeed. You're going to be faced with a lot of things. Next quote. You're going to be faced with adversity. The main thing is don't quit. For many people, it's easy to quit, but don't. That's what separates the winners from the losers, what separates the all-stars from the also-rans. All of you have faced adversity. All of you could have quit, but you did not choose the easy path. Here you sit as graduates of the Fox Meadow class of 2023. We are so incredibly proud of you. You are our winners. You are our all-stars. And one last quote from Mr. T. I pity the fool who says otherwise. Congratulations. Before moving on to the presentation of certificates, a number of our seniors recorded brief reflections on their time here, along with some words of wisdom to share with their fellow graduates. Please enjoy.
My name is Alexander. The one thing I will remember most about Fox Meadow is making new friends and socializing. The individuals who have made the biggest impact on me at Fox Meadow are the seniors. A piece of advice I would like to impart upon my peers is do anything that you like doing and pursue your dreams. Become successful and live your best life.
The one thing I remember most about Fox Meadow is the field day. One individual who made the biggest impact on me at BOCES is Chef T. Chef T always made me smile. A piece of advice I would like to impact my peers is good luck in life and don't give up.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm just about to graduate from Fox Meadow, and I have these to say. The one thing I will remember about Fox Meadow was my tech class, because I like programming and I like making 3D models. And the one individual who has made the biggest impact in Fox Meadow is Miss Stacy, because she is sometimes funny. And of course, a piece of advice I would like to impart upon my peers is thank you. I really enjoy my time here.
Hi, my name is Ian, and I'm in Fox Meadow High School. The one thing I will remember most about Fox Meadow is Mr. Andrews' math class. The one individual who has made the biggest impact on me at Fox Meadow is Mr. Andrew because he is funny. I would like to say congratulations to my peers.
My name is Chris Moy. The one thing I'll remember most about Fox Meadow is all the staff that have gone above and beyond for me. Some individuals who have made a big impact on me at Fox Meadow are Miss Kim and Miss Cammie. A piece of advice I would like to impart upon my peers is leave people alone when they need it.
Hi, my name is Damian Rodriguez. One thing I remember most about Fox Meadow is how accepting everybody is. And one impact I could say had the most on me is Miss Stacy, because she opened my mind in ways I never feel I would have expected. And one piece of advice I would like to give my peers is a little please and thank you gets you very far ways.
My name is Jody. The one thing I remember most about Fox Meadow is making new friends. The one individual who has made the biggest impact on me at Fox Meadow is Miss Ritchie, especially since I knew her before coming here. She has always been helping me since the 9th grade. A piece of advice I would like to impart upon my peers: don't listen to negativity and focus on you.
Hello, my name is Evan Torres. Amongst a 7-year period being here in Fox Meadows, it taught me moments of advancement, life lessons, puzzling out life scenarios and perspectives. I've created alliance amongst peers and individuals who's come and go. The biggest impact an individual has made on me during a 7-year period will be Mr. Colvin, who at one point was my lead teacher and now is the supervisor principal of Fox Meadows. Mr. Buccagnano, who's made an everlasting impression since my first day stepping foot into BOCES program. A piece of advice I have people enrolled here and people who are going to enroll here: stay humble and make breakthroughs that you yourself are satisfied with and proud of. Thank you.
Thank you, graduates. Now I got to figure out where I was. All right, so now we are on to the presentation of certificates. At this point, I would like to introduce some of the remarkable and dedicated teachers who are going to speak about our seniors. Mr. Eric Krantz, Ms. Carrie Farrell, Dr. Jessica Waite, Mr. Nate Ball, Ms. Alex Cami, Ms. Gina Monti, Ms. Stacy Daniel, Ms. Teresa Ricci, Mr. Peter Iandiorio, Mr. Andrew Nigudula, Mr. Brian Buccagnano, who will assist in the presentation of graduation certificates. Each of these staff members has something significant to say about each student, and I think it speaks volumes to just how ingrained it is with the staff that we're focusing on this day today, and that we want to make it important and meaningful to every student here. You guys deserve this. In contemplating the departure of each student present as a Fox Meadow family, we felt compelled to say a few words that represents each individual. This is where you guys come in. As we call your name, please come up. You're going to pause, listen to the message. You will receive your certificate of completion, and then you will kind of go down the line, shaking hands. You can stop along the way to allow family to take a photograph or two. So first, I'm going to introduce Mr. Eric Krantz.
Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? Congratulations to you guys. You guys have been working real hard for a very long time to get to this point. So I get to talk about Nathan. Nathan Cook started with us 2 years ago when we returned from the COVID lockdown. He began as a full-time remote student accessing instruction via Zoom. He was present daily and actively engaged in this process. In fact, not only did he spend his entire day in classes on his computer, but he had to spend an extra half hour with me after the last period to get extra time in. At the end of that year, he began joining us in person on a limited basis briefly before returning to Fox Meadow full-time. When he started coming to school, he quickly became a valued member of the Fox Meadow community, and we were able to see the humor and great personality that were difficult to experience virtually. While the beginning of his high school career was challenging, he persevered to be sitting with us today as a graduate. Nathan loves coding and making videos for his YouTube channel, which he happily shares with others, and he really loves his chicken nuggets, which he understandably does not share with others. I'd like to wish Nathan and the rest of the class of 2023 the best of luck in everything you all take on in the future. Come on up, Nathan.
Thank you.
The next student is not present tonight as she is attending her district graduation, but I'm going to invite Ms. Carrie Farrell up to speak about her.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations, graduates. We're so proud of you. I am honored to be standing here to say some words about our graduate, Mary. Mary came to Fox Meadow High School in September of 2021. She instantly made connections with both staff and students. Mary would be the first one to walk up to anyone on our campus and say a warm hello with a big smile on her face or a great hug. Mary made friends with the other students quickly and easily. She was the perfect addition to our Fox Meadow community. When I think of Mary back when she first started with us, the words that come to mind are sweet, friendly, lively, and high-spirited. Mary was truly happy to be here. While Mary was always eager to learn and participate, she has shown significant growth in her desire and determination towards doing well in school and working towards her future goals. She has also demonstrated remarkable gains in her intra and interpersonal skills. She has successfully learned how to better advocate for herself and positively navigate relationships with others throughout the years. Mary is observed to be helpful towards staff and peers when she sees someone in need. Mary has also shown us a glimpse of the genuine relationships and that she maintains outside of our school. Mary is always talking about weekend plans with her mom, dad, and younger brother. She also mentions getting together with other family members and friends. It is quite apparent that she is a great daughter, sister, and friend, appreciated and cherished by many. In preparation of creating this speech for such an admirable and well-liked student, I went ahead and asked some of her peers and teachers, both here and at the tech program, to say a few words about Mary. Mary's friends at school described her as sweet, kind, and understanding. Many also recognized her great sense of humor. Staff at Fox Meadow described her as social, happy-go-lucky, energetic, and caring. Her culinary teachers described her as enthusiastic, willing, and smiling. It is evident that Mary has made a genuine, long-lasting, and positive impact in many people's lives during her time here at PNW BOCES. Mary will be going off to the School of Education at Pace University to study childcare. Mary inspires to work with children and help them learn and grow. I have no doubt in my mind that Mary will continue to succeed and thrive in college. All of us here at Fox Meadow wish you great happiness and success in your future endeavors. We cannot wait to see what life after high school has in store for you. Congratulations, Mary, you did it.
Mr. Kennedy, you want to come on up here? I'd like to introduce Dr. Jessica Waite, who will speak about Robert Kennedy.
Robert's time at Fox Meadow has been short but sweet. Our team only had the pleasure of working with him since January of this year. Although his high school journey was not without its struggles, Robert demonstrated perseverance and determination with each and every day he arrived at school. There were many moments when Robert was unsure if he would be able to see his senior year through, and yet, despite his concerns, he still showed up. Robert, while you may not always remember how to identify the literary element an author used to highlight the central theme of a passage, that same perseverance and determination will help you overcome any challenges life throws at you. I know even tonight is a difficult moment for you, but I do hope that one day you'll look back and be very proud of yourself.
Hopefully.
I know you're unsure of what the future holds, but I have no doubt you will forge your own path. Congratulations.
Thank you. Now ask up Mr. Nate Ball. He's going to speak about the next two students, the first being Jinx McPherson. Come on up.
Hi, Jinx. We had the pleasure of having Jinx in our government course this year. Jinx is a passionate individual with very strong beliefs. Jinx has been a strong self-advocate throughout the year. Jinx views the world through a very specific lens and has a great deal of empathy for others. This empathy for others allows Jinx to advocate for peers when they may have not been able to advocate for themselves. While I have heard that Jinx is interested in becoming a vet tech or ultrasound tech, I believe this ability to be an advocate may lead to a future career path. Congratulations, and we wish you the best in all you do. What's that? Oh. And I'm back for Joey Melendez. And I believe he is taller than the last time I saw him, which was back in January, right? Yeah. All right. I had the pleasure of working with Joey for a year and a half in U.S. history and government economics. Once we were able to get him off the basketball court and into the classroom, Joey would always participate in classroom discussions, sometimes even enthusiastically. He was always inquisitive as well. He truly wanted to know how or why events happened the way they did. Even if he won't admit it, I believe this passion for learning will stick with him for life. We are proud of everything he was able to accomplish in his time with us. Congratulations and good luck in your future endeavors.
Now I'd like to bring up Miss Alex Cami, one of our school psychologists, who's going to speak about Mr. Moy. Come on up, Chris.
Hello, everyone. Congrats. Today I have the honor of speaking about Christopher Moy. Chris came to Fox Meadow Middle School as a 7th grader, and I had the pleasure of meeting him during his 8th grade school year as one of Mr. Buccagnano's students. I can remember vividly Chris's exact seat in his 8th grade class, which was in close proximity to Mr. B. He was always plugging away at his work while occasionally making inappropriate jokes that required some redirection. A theme of Chris and I's work together was his understanding of the social world and how to navigate certain social situations with dignity and compassion. And although his sense of humor has always been a blessing and a curse, beneath all of it remains a caring, empathetic, kind soul. Chris has shown these qualities time and time again in his relationships with staff and peers. Since Chris has been a student at Fox Meadow for a number of years, he has developed a strong bond with faculty. Even recently, he insisted in participating in an effort to help out a staff member that was out due to illness. These small but meaningful interactions show Chris's core character and remind us of who he is. Over the years, Chris has faced a number of trials and tribulations and has come out on the other side. Anyone that comes into contact with Chris will describe him as a likable, smart, and incredibly capable young man. I've had the pleasure of watching Chris go from being a young and sometimes careless middle school student to a focused young man with a plan for his future. In the last few weeks, Chris has put an enormous amount of effort into applying and preparing for a possible future in Job Corps. I have seen him take responsibility for his 4th quarter grades and make sure he is in good academic standing to graduate and move on to the next phase in his life. Chris, we wish you all the best in your future and know that you always have a place here with your Fox Meadow family. We're proud of you, we're cheering you on, and we are confident in all that you will achieve in these next few years. Congrats. Have to shake people's hands. Chris.
Have to shake people's hands?
Yeah. We need your hands. We need your hands, Chris.
Why did you tell me that before? That would have been very helpful.
Next, I'd like to call up Miss Gina Monty, who is going to speak about Zane Murphy, who is not present this evening.
I am honored to be speaking about Zane Murphy. When Zane started at Fox Meadow this year, I could instantly tell that he would have a bright future. He has an infectious and likable personality that makes others gravitate towards him. He received a Student of Distinction Award earlier this year in recognition of what he has achieved not only academically, but also for being a kind and caring person. Zane has had to face many obstacles in his life and often shared with me many of those stories of things he had gone through. What stood out most to me was that he never let them define who he is. In fact, it was those obstacles that made him a stronger and more determined young man. He has a very positive attitude and wants to achieve great things. He was on the Somers High School wrestling team and received the School Impact Scholarship Award, which recognizes a student who makes an impact on the athletic community by demonstrating hard work and dedication. He has applied to Full Sail University in Florida to pursue studies in music production. He received the Creative Minds Scholarship for $20,000. This scholarship is awarded to exceptional high school seniors who are talented in both written and visual communication and passionate about the entertainment industry. This scholarship will be used towards his tuition and his boarding. I, as well as all of the staff at Fox Meadow, wish him much happiness and success. And to all of you guys, I wish you the same. Thank you.
I'd like to call up Miss Stacy Daniel, who's going to speak about Damian Rodriguez. Come on up, Damian.
Hi, everyone. So, Damian, it has been a pleasure to have you as a student. Even though our time together has been limited, you will always be remembered. I will miss our in-depth conversations about all sorts of topics ranging from music, life, the things they carried, and of course, The Alchemist. I know you have aspirations and goals for your future. These will absolutely be attainable because you possess determination and insight. Like Paulo Coelho reiterated in The Alchemist, never stop pursuing your personal legend despite the many obstacles you will encounter on your path. One must always get back up when knocked down. I truly believe in becoming a horticulturist is in your future. You hold a great deal of wisdom which you must utilize to the betterment of yourself. Remember, the soul of the world is within you, and when you really want something, all of the universe conspires in your favor. I am proud of you. Congratulations, and keep in touch.
Now I'd like to invite up Miss Teresa Ritchie, who is going to speak about graduate Jody Spence. Come on up, Jody.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I have the most wonderful honor to speak of Jody Spence here. For those of you that do not know, I have known Jody for a long time, longer than anybody else here. Actually, my first job back at Duchess Bosie's. Ever since I met Jody, we've always had an amazing connection, and it kind of has progressed through sports. And especially since she came here, we grew even stronger. Jody has grown tremendously since that first year of actually knowing her. The Jody that stands here is always willing to help out her staff and peers. She's always willing to help her friends out in whatever they need. She performs well in all of her classes. She is way more patient with people than she was. She is always willing to beat me or anyone else in basketball, any place, anytime. And while writing this speech, I kind of had to ask a bunch of other staff and peers to kind of describe Jody in a couple of words. A few words that they used were generous, loving, and energetic. This past year, Jody was always excited and proud to bring back the food that she made at the tech center. She even offered to make me an entire pie, which I clearly can't eat myself, so I appreciated it. Whenever you see Jody on the campus, you can always find her with a basketball in her hand. She's always dribbling around, she's always shooting, no matter where she is, what class, where she's supposed to be, she's always playing basketball. That's just who she is, and she's never changed. She's always constantly talking about her family and her friends, and she's always making her way to the gym even when she doesn't have me. She would use any opportunity to play some basketball. Sadly, the time has come for Jody to leave me and Fox Meadow. On the bright side, Jody will be playing basketball and attending SUNY Sullivan while pursuing a career in culinary arts. I cannot wait to see the beautiful creations that you make in the future. Jody, everyone here at Fox Meadow, and all of you over there, graduates, we are extremely proud of you for everything that you have done here at Fox Meadow. Okay, we cannot wait to see everything that you do in the future. And Jody, I'm very, very proud of you. And I know for a fact I'm going to miss you in the future. Congratulations, you did it.
Now invite up Mr. Peter Iandiorio to speak about Justin Stubblefield. Come on up, Justin.
Where do I begin? So Justin has been here for a long time, longer than me. I believe that he has been here longer than anybody. Is that possible for the students? When I started at Fox Meadow, his smiling face was in our middle school, and then he was in my global class, 9th and 10th grade. His second year was his Regents year, the year he's supposed to take the test, but he got blessed by COVID, so of course we didn't have to take it. Thank you, COVID. Then Justin moved up to the 11th grade in our upper school. Yet he would come by daily for a hug from Gina, maybe a pack of fruit snacks. Occasionally he would sit and stare at me until I would say something. I'd say, "You need help with classwork?" And of course we'd have to do something. I think, Stacy, we did 100 of your do nows in my room. And I know Mr. Ball, we did a ton of current events. But with Justin, it was awesome. So he was definitely had a twist of sarcasm in his writing. You could tell as we read an article and he listened, he thought about a response. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? He didn't know, but he kept on thinking on it. That you were taking in all the information around you like a sponge and that you would have a super simple response. Then I would ask you one more question and the floodgates would open. He was able to eloquently explain himself. You ask great questions and you're always wanting to know more. Keep doing that. Your former one-to-one, Angela, had nothing but nice things to say about you, even though you tried to duck out on her more than any other student. Everyone on our campus is going to miss you next year. You are quiet, but a force. You are compassionate and empathetic to the peers and staff alike. You always seem to rise above the madness and be the cooler head in your class. You make me want to be a better person. You are passionate about what you put your mind to. I hope someday you return to tell us about all your accomplishments and maybe help me with my small engine because I have a little bit of varnish on the carburetor. Keep being you, Justin.
I'd like to invite up Mr. Andrew Niguadula, who is going to speak about Alexander. Alexander, come on up.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hi, everyone. I'm the funny one. But I was told to be serious, so. Alex started at Fox Meadow during his senior year. Although he came to us late, he quickly found a home. A motivated, logical thinker, Alex is quite adept at anything computer-related, as well as a talented chess player. His educational prowess was quite evident while working independently through online calculus and physics courses. He enjoyed challenging students and staff in rigorous debates from the inane topics to problems facing the world today. Fascinated by the stock market, he would almost daily ask me what I thought about various tech stocks, whether or not to invest, and how they would do, knowing full well the unpredictability of the stock market. I wish him the best of luck in his future, especially over the next 4 years at the University of Albany, where he will be studying computer science.
And congratulations to the class of 2023. Alex came today. It's also his birthday. He turned 18 today, and one of the first things he says was, "Now I can legally invest in stocks." As much as I wanted to do this one, I had to pass the buck. So I'm going to invite, pass the buck, Mr. Buccagnano, Mr. Brian Buccagnano. Didn't do that on purpose, to speak about Mr. Evan Torres.
Good evening. This is a real
full circle moment for me. It was 4 years ago that Evan and I were in the cafeteria over there for his 8th grade graduation, and we were standing similar to this, so it's kind of surreal to be here. I was Evan's middle school teacher, and I am honored to stand before you to share my thoughts and experiences regarding Evan. When reflecting about my time spent with Evan, my first thought immediately goes to the first time that I met him. He came up to me with this cool swag, and he unexpectedly dapped me up. A first in my time as a teacher. Evan would often boast about being from Harlem, and while I didn't want to take away the pride Evan felt in being a teenager from the city, I also didn't want it to be what defined him. I saw potential in Evan to be much more than just a kid from the city. I saw that he had the skills to be a leader amongst his peers, to stand up for what's right, even if it isn't what's popular, and to use his talents to become an amazing student in the classroom. I was admittedly tough on Evan, as he reminded me when a copy of his senior memoir made its way to my email. My strict approach wasn't meant to demean him or intimidate him. It was because I knew it was what he needed at that time to get started on the path to reaching his full potential. Evan probably doesn't know this, but I would reach out to the staff here once or twice a year to check in to see how he was doing. I was always ready to come back and have one of those tough love conversations if necessary. I'm happy to say I never did have to come back because Evan was thriving on his own. Evan, standing here with you today, I'm proud to say that you clearly understood the purpose of my approach when working with you, and that you have far exceeded the high hopes I had for you. I am proud to have been your teacher. I am proud to see how much you have grown as a student and as a person, and I am proud to know that you are going into the world prepared and ready to leave your mark. I have no doubt that you will succeed, no matter which direction life takes you. Always remember the lessons, both in and out of the classroom, that you learned in your time here on the Fox Meadow campus. I wish you nothing but continued success and hope you will keep in touch. Whether that's to share news of your accomplishments, or if you need one of those stern lectures from your old middle school teacher again. Congratulations.
We have one last graduate who was not able to attend, but I'd like to invite Mr. Ian Diorio back up to speak a few words about him.
Anybody here that knows Ian knows Ian. So Ian Zinn is our graduate. He's a child of routine, and tonight, I kid you not, is the first night of his bowling league, and we lost out to lemonade and pizza, but Ian is out there bowling 300 right now, and we know it, because that's Ian. So Ian is an amazing young man that I've gotten to know these past few years. We share a love of green packaged Nature Valley granola bars and bright, beautiful colors. Ian is the best editor I've ever had. He keeps me on task and reminds me daily that I am not an owl, but a person. Ian is the most punctual person on our campus and has one of the best attendance records of anyone at PNW BOCES. It would be strange for the clock to hit 7:30 and him not be knocking at my door. We have great discussions in the mornings. We share joys and losses and stories about how we bowled. Ian is a great young man with dreams and aspirations to help others. We wish you luck in your endeavors, and you will continue to be an amazing child care worker. Ian Zinn.
On behalf of all of us, I want to say good luck, best wishes, and congratulations today and on all of your future successes. Please keep in touch, for you are part of a shared history of our Fox Meadow family. With that, I would ask that all of you here today offer a big round of applause in congratulating our class of 2023. Congratulations.